You're working away. I didn't realize I'd pressed the button. Hello all and welcome to Wow Crochet Designs. My name is Mary, a slightly disoriented Mary. What? What? Okay, I'm just going to move this over a little bit. Oh, it's really tight. I can't move it. I moved the camera yesterday to do some work in here. You'll hear about that work next week. But I moved the camera yesterday to do some work in here. Hi, everyone. She's slightly disoriented today. I thought I just set it up. I hadn't realized that it started recording. Hi, middle. We're at 23,900. Thank you for reminding me. Beautiful green butterfly, fluffy kitten, and pop your live chat or all chat, everyone, and not your top chat. You want to get all your chat, yeah? So pop that on now. Hello, Lulu, fluffy kitten. Did I say hello? I did. Hello, Lulu. Lovely to have you here. Very exciting. We got our final part of the blanket up. Well, actually, it's not a final part. I've got fluff going in my water already. It's not our final part. What? They're saying, what? Well, it's 4A. I put down 4A because it actually is finished, which I'll show you again now in a minute. But 4B, just in case somebody wants to use the easier join with the easier border. So I've put down 4B for them, and that's happening next week. And oh, Barbara, hi Barbara, lovely to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Have I missed someone? Yvonne, beautiful Yvonne. Have you seen our mystery blanket, Yvonne? What? All in cotton? Well, excuse me. 8-ply DK weight or a 3-weight cotton, and your border round was the reverse single crochet or crab stitch, if you will, and there is your piece. Look at that join. Is that join not to die for? I'm loving this joint. To be fair, I struggled with it. You probably noticed in the tutorial, for those of you who watched it already, that I was struggling with it because it's quite an awkward join, and but it's a beautiful join. You know, I absolutely love it. Look, I don't love a lot of my work, and that's the truth. There's not a lot of my work that I really, really love. I like my work, but love not so much. But this blanket literally, and I'm so glad I love it because I was making this for me to pop over my legs on the couch when I'm working just with, crochet while watching my comedies, as you do. So there you go. I'll show the blanket a couple of more times throughout the live anyway, just in case people get on and don't get that opportunity to see it. I hope it's not blurring or going too dark. Looks like it might go dark. I can't see with it in front of my face, but it looks like it may just go dark. Let's pop it up here and get it out the way for a minute while I go back to the chat, because I know I've probably missed like 100 names. So let's go back and say, all right, 5 names. So let's go back and say hello. You absolutely love it. Thank you, Lulu. Also, I just started a second triangle shawl that I designed myself. Plus, I have 2 more ideas. Write them all down, middle. Put them in a book. Write them down. Leave them there. It's lovely. Says Fluffy out. Came out quite big, and I knew it would, because the idea was to make each square as big as you can. The thing I noticed when I was completing the second last round, I can't remember, and I'm pretty sure I didn't write this down. I didn't say continue. I might have said at the beginning of the tutorial, I didn't say continue. If you wanted to make your blanket bigger, just continue in the pattern. I think I said that at the beginning of the tutorial, but not in the middle where I'm supposed to have said it when I finished that round. Before you do the border round, that is when you continue your pattern. If you want to make it bigger before the border round, all right? I hope that makes sense. And then on that border round that you are doing, make sure you do a single crochet round on the front of your work. Don't flip it. Yeah. So I hope that made sense. I didn't write it down and I didn't put it on that tutorial because I just assumed everybody was making the same as mine or the same size as mine, and then I forgot completely to mention it. So my apologies there, but it's pretty big. If you want it bigger, please let me know, and I will actually leave a notification in next week's video for the easier or the more less advanced stitch so people can actually do, the beginners can actually do their join as well. They can't do what's there now, which is this fancy join, which even I struggled with. We won't talk about it, right? Then they can do a much more simpler join. I hope that makes sense. All right, so what chat have I missed? Catherine, I'm glad you're on. We need to have a chat, Catherine. I know what I'm going to do with one idea. The other one I'm still fuzzy. Yeah, take your time, think about it, write everything down. Middle says drink up. Thanks, Middle. Hello, Green Butterfly. Lovely to have you here. I think I've said hello already. Catherine, I'm glad you're here, hun. I'm inundated and I cannot get your particular pattern. When I say your pattern, your colors out this week. So if you could hang on till Tuesday of next week, and I hope to get them out of Tuesday of next week, because part 2 of the jacket is going up tomorrow, which probably should have gone up Tuesday, but the blanket went up Tuesday. So part 2 of the jacket is going up tomorrow. Then we've got St. Patrick's Day, or St. Patrick's Day project will go up tomorrow. Then we'll have part 2 of the jacket, either one, right? Which means the little Live Antics project's going to have to be held out till Tuesday. It kind of works all right because we will do Live Antics again this Saturday for the week later. So it kind of worked out all right. You haven't really missed out. In fact, you're just getting it 3 or 4 days later. All right. So I hope that's okay with you. No worries. No rush. Just waiting for the wool for the jacket. Now, Catherine. Okay. The wool for the jacket. Now, I've actually had to adjust the amounts of yarns on pretty much all of the sizes. Don't hate me, guys. Because when I went through and checked them, I thought that just didn't seem right. They're not big adjustments, but some of the larger sizes are bigger adjustments. I think the smaller and medium ones, and I think large are okay, but some of the other ones are bigger ones. Look, it doesn't matter. I want you to have a look at part 2 of the jacket tomorrow. I hope to have that uploaded tomorrow or Friday. Either one. Part 2 of the jacket is going up this week. I'm going to readjust all of the yarn sizes that you will need in part 2 of the jacket. All right. So it's either going up tomorrow or going up on Friday. Just keep your eyes peeled for that. And that'll have pretty much the same amounts. Now, if you're anything like me and you bought or purchased Bendigo Woolen Mills yarn, you would have had to have purchased a lot more than you needed anyways. So it would have kind of worked out for you. But if you were purchasing exactly what I said, you may have to repurchase. But we'll talk about that on tomorrow's video or Friday, whichever one comes up first. I'd like to get the St. Paddy's Day up tomorrow for the simple fact that it'll give time for people to create it. It's not a very big project, but I am going to use a little bit of technical color change in it. And I would like for you guys to attempt that, even the new crocheter, because recently, a couple of days ago, I popped the Lakers blanket up on social media, whether it was Instagram, Facebook, and where else did I put it? Just those 2 pages, yeah? Just those 2 places at the moment. No, I may have put it up on, I'm not sure if I put it up on YouTube. I will pop it up if I haven't. And I've popped that blanket up. And I noticed people have been asking about how I managed to do the color change and why is it so not perfect, but where are all the ends? Lots of people have been asking me, and I'm really pedantic with something like that. So what I've done is the little choker chain for St. Patrick's Day has that color change and that carry up yarn that I used in that blanket with the 4 strands. Let's try 3 strands, green, yellow, black. Where did I get the 4 from? The 3 strands. Now, know that when you are doing your carrying up the way I've done it in those 3 strands, imagine doing it with 200 and something stitches along the way and 20 or 50 or 80 different color changes going up along the way. Then know the amount of threads that I had to weave in afterwards. So blankets such as that, if you haven't seen it, check out Wow Crochet Designs on Instagram and on Facebook. You will see a picture of that blanket. It's called the Lakers blanket. The child's name was Leon. Well, actually, I'm not sure what his name was. You kind of work it out. And And I used all of that color change that we're going to use for the choker chain for St. Patrick's Day. So I hope that makes sense. And I would like to get that up tomorrow instead of the jacket, and then the jacket part 2 up on Friday. But whichever one is ready first. That's what it's all about. It's not a matter of what I want. It's whichever one is ready first. I do believe that the actual St. Patrick's Day project will be ready tomorrow. But again, don't quote me on it. What is that? All of a sudden, don't quote me all the time, all the time. All right, so I've lost all the chat, as you do. I have to go shopping for yarn for both the blanket and jacket. I know I figured out some grams in my stash, but I don't think it's going to work. No. When you look back at the blanket, if you want to make it exactly the same coloring, it's not going to work with the amounts that you showed me. It's not going to work. That's why I said to you, wait until you see the blanket, unless you put different colors in between and you don't stick to the green and then the cream and then the purple and then the cream. Unless you put like in the center, you might put a pink and then you put the green, the cream, and then you put like an orange and then you put a brown and then you put like, you know what I mean? You change it to suit your colors. Then you can work on your own colors. But you have to work all the amounts out yourself. And I'm not going through and working each row out for you. Or I should say each round, because it's worked in rounds, yeah? And let's see. Kids have been here since Sunday because their dad was in. Oh, no, that's no good, Ashley. Hope everything's all right. Also, my mum gave me a good idea to figure out an editing package. Just have to get a hold of my nephew who's into computers, as you do. Easter green butterfly. Yes, Easter will be happening next week. No, Easter won't be happening next week. The Easter project will be happening next week. Not the Easter. Easter's happening at the end of March. But the Easter project, I was speaking to another subscriber about that actually, Green. And that project's happening next week. I haven't decided to make what the other subscriber said, but I haven't really thought about what I'm making. But that's what I mean by next week, I'll be working on something for Easter. Ashley says, I got different colors for jacket today. Oh, I hope you got enough, Ashley, because I just messed up on the amounts. I don't remember them offhand now, but they will be in the video either tomorrow or Friday. That's why I need to go shopping. I don't have the mental capacity to figure it out. I know, right? Neither do I, and I created it, Middle. And Middle says, Green Butterfly says, both of them say water time. I'm taking 2 drinks now. Cheers, everyone. I'm so thirsty. I'm so dehydrated today. Cheers. Easter's only a few weeks away. I've already decorated. I love Easter. I love Easter and Christmas because everybody's always together then. But I did Christmas here last year, so I don't know where we're going for Easter. If anything, I'll just do a small Easter here for my kids. But anyway, at this stage, Easter project will be going up next week, one of the days next week. And one of the days next week, you're also getting a part 4B of the blanket. So you can decide whether or not you want to do that. And you'll also get Catherine's Live Antics project with the colors pink, orange, and yellow. Now, I wanted to show you all of them, but I took the yellow in the other room. I'm using it for the St. Paddy's Day project. And I remember I took it out of here early this morning. Or it might have even been yesterday afternoon. I don't know, because I've been in here for the past 2 days on and off collecting different yarns, collecting buttons, doing things. You have no idea what I've been doing in this room. Anyway, let's not talk about it. First world problems. I can't always go get more. I can always go get more. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. She's singing now. I said I was going to do my own pattern for St. Paddy's Day and Easter, but it might not happen this year. You don't have much time, Middle. I know that 31st of March, I think it is. Oh, she's got hiccups again. 31st of March. It's either 31st of March or 30th. I can't remember. It's around the end of March. You do the math. She's such a... She's like this today again. I am very busy. Look, I've been busy today, and I think because I've been busy, my mind is running a million miles an hour. Thank you, Fluffy. I knew it was around the 30th. So 31st of March. My mind's been running a million miles an hour, and I've just got so much to do. Even after the live, I have to probably spend till 11 or midnight tonight working, and not just on crochet, on other things that I have in the background. So I know my mind is just running. Woof, woof, woof. It's going around in circles. But that's all right, because that's good, because it stops me thinking. When she stops to think, then all of a sudden weird stuff happens. And then you think, what are you doing now, woman? Even I think that. All right, so the St. Paddy's Day project will be up. Let's try this again. St. Paddy's Day project and part 2 of the jacket will be up either tomorrow or Friday. So either one, whichever comes first, whichever one I finished first, that will go up tomorrow. The next one will go up Friday. All right. And I just thought I'd give you an update on it because this week we had a public holiday Monday. I was hoping to get in here and in the other room to keep going, but it was just full house. People coming and going and going and coming. So I never had coming and going, coming. And I didn't have the opportunity to use the room. So I thought, forget it. Let's just wait till Tuesday. And even editing, I need quiet because people come in. Oh, Mum, do you have, Mary, do you have, and I'm thinking, oh, can you just go away? I've been trying to get into the library as well. I don't even have time to go driving around. So I thought, no, I'll just wait till Tuesday, do a catch up on the Monday where I don't need to think. I don't need to think. And then we can work that out as well. All right. And which we did. I kind of worked out for the rest of the week. All right, let's go back to where you were. Easter Sunday is the 31st of March, which is 3 days after your birthday medal. I bought wool and it's going to pill terrible. So I have to buy some as making jacket for me. I would like it to last. Now, a lot of people say I'm using wool, 100% wool, and it will eventually get a bit yucky, but I want it now. Don't you love it? I want it now. And I thought I could go out and purchase acrylic or a cotton, a really thick sort of durable cotton, if you will. There's not as many as durable cottons. Can I be honest with you? I have not found a cotton that is long lasting. I love Bendigo cotton, don't get me wrong. It's beautiful for tops and everything, but they don't, all cotton. This is all cotton, not just Bendigos, all cotton that I have used thus far, and I'm a pretty old girl, let's talk about being 29, yeah, has not, she still brings that 29 up, has not lasted for me. And that's all cotton. I've tried as many cottons as you can think of, but I have not liked any of them. The only time cotton works really well is when you use a 4-ply, and when you use, what did I use? Was Cotona cotton 4-ply. That was the only one that worked, and it wasn't really well. It was better than the rest. Whether it was because it was a 4-ply cotton, whether it was because it was a 4-ply Cotona, because their 8-ply cotton has been a bit funny for me as well. I don't know, but I have not found a cotton to match. Yeah. All right, so let's just do this because my live chat's playing up again. Of course it is. But there you go, she's back. It just disappears on me. So it's up to you guys what you want to use for your jacket. I know acrylic lasts longer, but I find it really itchy. If there's a really good soft acrylic, maybe, but I find it also itchy. I've not found an acrylic to be comfortable for me. Having said that, let's get back to what we were talking about. All right, so this is what happened this week. Monday, we had a public holiday. The Tuesday was supposed to have been St. Paddy's Day, but I put up the blanket instead. So today is the live. Thursday will be St. Paddy's Day. Friday will be the jacket, or vice versa with those two. And you can decide whether you want to create St. Paddy's Day project or not. It will be tricky. It's different. It is very different. I think it's different. And you know what? It's entirely up to you whether you like such a thing. And if you don't have time, just use the one color and pop a little bit of different colors, like a yellow and a black somewhere else, just for little dots or something. If you want to do that, you can too. I'm going to crochet the blanket in cotton. Okay, Yvonne, I use the 8-ply DK weight Bendigo Woolen Mills. I used pretty much, I had 20 grams left of the cream. I thought it was 30, but it was only 21 grams, I'm going to say. But we'll just say 20 to be safe. I had 20 grams left of the cream from a 100, try it again, from a 200 gram skein. So I used 180 grams of the cream. I used about 125, 140 grams. No, I'm lying. It was about 125 maximum for each color. But for some reason, the green was missing 40 grams, so I must have used it for something. I thought I used 120 grams of all of them or something, and then this one here was 140 something or 160 something. And I'm thinking, what did I use it for? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. I don't know what I used it for. So there you go. Maybe I did one round and I made a mistake and cut it, and then I don't know. I can't tell you because we didn't cut the color until the end. So I checked all the skeins. They were all 200 grams. Some of them were 205 and 210 and that sort of thing, which was lucky. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, anyway, so that's that with the blanket. The blanket was a very trying blanket, not for pattern, but for time, because each square got bigger and bigger, and the bigger it got, you had to do the second square, and then the third, and then the fourth, and it was just, come on already. But time-wise was what took. The actual project itself was relatively easy until we got to that join. But the single crochet rounds before the border were easy. Once you get to the border, that's a little tricky as well because you are working that way instead of this way. You're working up backwards, right? So that's the difference. Okay. I'm hoping both projects will be either wool or cotton. Middle, I like a good wool blend, yes. And Luana, beautiful Luana, hope you are feeling better, my dear. Hope you are feeling better. Hope you are feeling better. Lovely. Luana is in the house. So when someone new comes in, I'm going to flash the blanket because why not? Why not? I'll stand back a bit because maybe that light might help with the lighting. So there's the blanket. Woo! Why is it spooky? Ooh. Whoops. There we go. And it's just got fluffs everywhere now. All the dust is raised. Look at it all. Get out of my drink. She looks like she's swimming. Whoosh. Whoosh. Swimming in dust. Get out of my drink, you naughty dust. So I'm going to have a drink now. Oh, it's over here. Cheers. Much better, thanks. Good on you, Luana. What a time, says Green. Cheers. As long as it doesn't make me itch, says Middle. I know, right? I'm forever itching. But you know what? Even some cottons make me itch. Drink time, says Middle. Everybody's telling me to drink now. No ice today. It's supposed to be only 19 degrees out there. So the heat wave is over. Thank God for that. What did she just say? Oh, thank God for that. Cheers. But apparently it's going to warm up on the weekend, but not as hot as the last week. Last weekend was disgusting. Oh my gosh. I think one day was 39, and one was 37, and one was 30 something, 32. I'm thinking, when's it going to end? And this is degrees Celsius, by the way, people. So there you go. But it's all back to normal again. We hope. You said you were dehydrated today, so the more water, the better. Yes, thank you. Middle, I'm very dehydrated. It's because I ran around and didn't drink, as you do. Also, my new water bottle is in Vancouver. Ooh, Vancouver. Always love that word, Vancouver. I don't know why. It's not because of Canada. It's just I love the word. Some words just make me smile. 29 says Green Butterfly. That's not bad, 29. It's hot, but it's not bad. Are we talking about degrees or my age? She's lost the plot again. Yeah, I'm a little bit stressed because just before the live, I spent maybe half an hour looking for buttons, and I found them literally before I went to press it. I found them on the top shelf there, and I came down. I know why that turned on. I pressed the button and then came here and started writing, looked up and realized I'd actually turned it on. I clicked save and the actual, before I was wondering why it had started because I clicked the save. I just realized it now. When the live first started, I had pressed that button and then sat down to start writing something on the book. And I was just writing about what we're going to talk about. And then I looked up and realized, oh my gosh, it's been recording the whole time. As you do. But you know what? It doesn't matter because I've noticed sometimes with the recording, sometimes you miss a few words anyway. 34 where Yvonne is, 34 where Fluffy is. You like Manitoba too. I know I like words. There's certain words that just make me smile, Middle. And names too. There are certain names that make, like Gwendolyn, the name Gwendolyn. I love that name. And there's a Gwendolyn that does come on here sometimes. She's on Instagram a lot, and I see her click like on some of my posts, and I think, oh, there's that name, that nice name I like. I just smile when I like things. It's 18 where Luana is. Luana, I think it's 19 here in Melbourne, but it's not that cold. I've been outside with the dress, really, so it's not that cold. You know, I don't like to wear dresses at the best of times. I dislike wearing dresses. She's terrible. All right. It's just easier with the trousers or the jeans or whatever. You can run around and do things and you don't have to worry about dresses flying up in the air and, the wind and, you know. Oh, it's -1 there, Middle. Oh, gosh. It's cold where Middle is. I've had a sister who's always wanted to go to Canada, warming up after the blizzard last week. That's warming up. It's cold. It's cold. Having said that, I don't mind the cold because you can always sit near a heater and crochet. But if it's too hot and you sit near it, well, you don't want to sit near a heater for starters, but you sit and crochet and you find everything's just sweating everywhere. Everywhere, top to toe, toe to top, all the rest of it. So there you go. All right, so next, let's try that again. This Saturday, we will be doing live antics again. Now, whenever we do live antics, like I mentioned at the beginning of the year, I've decided not to do the video that week, but to do it the next week. Now, poor Catherine has had to wait that extra week now. Not even, it's only about an extra 4 or 5 days. It's not too bad. I would have done it this week, but she's had to wait till the next week now because I really want to get the St. Paddy's Day project up, and I really want to get part 2 of that jacket up because I messed up the measurements of the yarn and I want to get that all adjusted. I did write a few things in the community board, Instagram, Facebook, even in the actual video itself. I'm going to change it again, and in that video I'm going to put up all the information that you will need. Haven't got it there now, but I will put up the information that's going in tomorrow's video or Friday's video. I'm going to pop that inside part 1 as well. So you can have a look in the more section or the, whatever that box section there is, and you can check it out. Not now because it won't be in there yet, because I just sorted that out this afternoon and went, uh-oh, I messed up the measurements, all of them. Well, kind of not all of them, most of them, and some of them are the same. So I don't know which one to fix. So what I'm going to do is just rewrite the whole thing and just type that out. And I think what I did was, and I worked the measurements out for the amount of squares that I would need for my jacket, and didn't work them out for the amount of squares that you would need for your sized jackets, which I thought I was doing, but I wasn't. So I'm going to have to redo them, which means some of the extra small won't need as much yarn. The medium will probably need more. The large will need some and not other. It was a big mess. So I'm going to redo the whole thing, and I'm going to try with YouTube to see if I can just delete that little section of the video. This way, if people say, well, it wasn't there, I say, no, it wasn't there because, and then I'll give them the information they might need for theirs. But otherwise, it'll all be in part 2. Maybe I can leave a little disclaimer, can find a way to write a little disclaimer on the video to see part 2. I don't know, I haven't done it before. It could be interesting. I could work around it. I could. Okay, warming up says middle after the blizzard last week. Yes. Hello all, says Kimberly. Hello, Kimberly. Lovely to have you here. This is why I don't want to design wearables. Look, the thing about this wearable is because you are working in the different colors, you kind of need to be thorough per round. Not so much thorough per square, but thorough per round. And that's where I got caught out. Now, you're probably looking at this thinking, oh, look how nice and straight this is and how wonky this is, because I've already washed and blocked this square. Now, you will be seeing that in part 3 of the jacket tutorial, which won't happen until the last week of March or the first week of April. We are getting part 2, which would have been February's part, out either tomorrow or Friday. And then you'll get part 3, which is March's part, at the end of March or early April. And we would have been caught up by then with our jacket. And then after that, it's the 3rd Thursday of every month that you will get some information on the jacket. Now, this particular next video that you're going to see tomorrow will be some information on that first centerpiece, right? Instead of starting the blanket with a magic ring, can I chain 4? The only problem with chaining, and I don't have a problem with it at all, and you'll have a tiny little gap, which is okay, but it does actually stretch your piece. So your piece will be a tiny little bit bigger than everybody else's. And again, that doesn't matter. You just kind of need to marry your measurements up. Make sure you get the right measurements. And also, I think with some of the sizes, I'll mention that as well. Medium, I think, is one of them, where the size is pretty much only 4 to 6 centimeter ease. So it's not a lot of ease on certain sizes because of the actual jacket itself. I'm trying to keep them in the 3 measurements. I think with part 5, let's try that again. I think with 5XL, I've given them their own measurements. I don't know. I have to have another look at it again. Let's have another look at it. But it's one of those things where I had to play with measurements so that everyone could fit the jacket and the 3 measurements of the jacket. So we'll talk about that in part 2. But if you wanted to do the chain 4, chain 3, whatever you want to do, by all means, you can do it. Just know that you will have a hole in yours and your square may measure different sizes as ours. I'm talking about the mystery blanket. Oh, you can do what you want with the mystery blanket. And again, the only thing with a mystery blanket is not a size issue, but it's the gap issue. If you use the chain 3 or chain 4, you'll just have a bigger hole. That's all. You don't have to worry about too much measurement there because that blanket is huge. I'm using that to cover me while I'm on the couch. It doesn't cover me completely, but I don't want it to go over my face. I don't have a problem with that. But it's kind of from there. I'm tiny, don't forget, guys. We won't discuss that. She's tiny lengthwise, not widthwise. We're working on that. We're trying to get smaller on that. But I'm tiny in height. And so any blanket would look good with me, except the big ones, because it'll just go right over my head. I tried to go to the park the other day and take a picture of the blanket, but it was like, all you could see was his little legs hanging under the blanket. It didn't look pretty. And I did about 10 or 15 photos and thought, oh, yuck, forget that. That's not pretty, because it did look a bit silly. With my legs, little legs dangling down there, and the blanket there, and no head and no body, and it was just these legs sticking under a blanket. And the thing was, I was wearing a skirt too, so all you see is these white legs. And I say white because I don't get out in the sun. I look dark here, but I've got the most whitest leg. It's like this color. It's pretty scary looking. It looks like you're staring at a ghost, and it's a ghost, really it is. And so I didn't put those photos up. There you go. I'm also teeny in height, says Middle. Yes, we are. Both of us are. And Yvonne says I'm rather tall. I'm 6'2". That's like a tower to me. That's a tower to me. I'm like a little tiny, I'm like a little mini miney to you. She's probably laughing at me now. Tall people tend to do that to me. All right. So I've been very busy this week, getting all this out. I do know that at the end of next week, I would be caught up. So we will be able to get back to the jacket. I mean, let's try that again. The vest. We'll be able to go back to the vest. And when we get back to the vest, nothing else is going up in the whole week except the vest. So if you've been waiting for the vest, I'm sorry, everyone. But it is coming. And after the vest, we're going to talk about what's happening on the channel, because all we've been working on the channel is the blanket, the jacket, live antics, and what else? Live antics, that's it. So we're going to start going back to being a normal channel again, hence the word normal. Has it ever been normal? No, not really. What is normal? It has its disadvantages sometimes, but it has its advantages. I mean, you can get stuff off the shelves at the supermarket. You and I are going shopping together. That's it. I need someone to help me shop. Little as well height. Yes, I know. In height. I know, Luana. We're just unlucky like that. I think it might be an era too. There are some shorter people in this era, but I think our era, which is only 29, we're only 29, we're a shorter generation, I think. This new generation coming up, they're pretty tall. Really, really tall. Let's just not go there. I've seen some really tall 10-year-olds. I'm thinking, you're taller than me, but you're 10. What's going on here? Your disability made you short. Yes, I know that. And you know what? Maybe I do have that problem too, but you know, who knows? Having said that, I, believe it or not, am the tallest girl in my family in reference to my sisters. I am the tallest, and my cousins, in girls, that is, not boys, because some of the boys are taller than me. But as girls, I'm the tallest girl. Hard to imagine, isn't it? But I'm still a big baby. The tallest girl, but I'm a big baby. I'm going to have a drink of water. I need a drink. Cheers. Oh, have we only got 6 people on? Did everybody go home to sleep? Did they all go to sleep? Cheers. Speaking of which, we lost connection here today. And I was going to use mobile data to get on and leave a message saying, look, forget it. I won't be on today. But we didn't lose connection anywhere else, just on the item that I was using. So I shut it down, waited 10 minutes, turned it back on. Everything was fine again. So I don't know what happened there, but we're all back to normal again. You should be sleeping. It's 12:36 a.m. Oh, it's very late for you. Water time is green. Water time. Let's do that again. Cheers. All right. So I've been very busy this week, which means you will be very busy finishing off the blanket over the next. I just hurt my arm on the table. You'll be very busy finishing off the blanket, and then you'll be busy making the St. Paddy's Day project, and then you'll be busy making the jacket, part 2 of the jacket, excuse me, not the jacket itself, just part 2. And each month you will get the next part. So once we've done part 2, we would be up to date with January and February's part. And you may have also noticed already with the blanket, I have now popped the blanket pictures up on parts 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the blanket now. So it's no longer a mystery because part 4 has gone out. You've seen the final stages of it. So it's no longer a mystery. Now, that's our very first mystery project of the year. And I say that because there will be another mystery project, but not a blanket. It will be something else. And it will be a crochet along again. So you know it's going to be something big. But it won't happen until later on in the year. And we'll talk about that later on in the year. I thought in reference to mystery projects, they get a lot of attention. And I know blankets seem to get a lot more attention than anything else. But right now, I'm all blanketed out. But we may be doing some kind of blanket in the future. That's all I'm saying about that right now. That's all I want to say right now. That's it. Good night. No, she's not going. She can. We've only got 6 people on. I'm getting sad. I might have to go. Oh, she's going to start crying. Or maybe they got scared because they're all out trying to finish the blanket in time. And I don't think so somehow. But part 3 of our jacket will be all about washing and blocking. And then there'll be some sort of join in part 3 as well. Because what I'm going to do now is give you different options to join your squares. So this way you can start seeing part of your blanket. Let's try that again. Part of your jacket working. So you can get a certain part. I'll say, right, if you do this many squares this way and this many squares that way, you'll have the front, one front, or you'll have a back, or you'll have a sleeve, or you'll have, that's all there is. No, there isn't. There's one up here as well. There's 2 up here for some sizes, but there's 3 for one size. I think. Have a look at the pattern. I've done so much that all the patterns are so vague to me right now. And all I can think of is, what am I telling them? Am I telling them the right thing? But I am. Now, also, with the St. Paddy's Day project, heads up, have I got any cotton to show you? Here we go. We can use the orange here. It is the green, the yellow, and the black, but it is in a 4-ply cotton, which will be a 2-weight or a lightweight cotton. It will be a choker chain. That's not a surprise. It'll be a choker chain, and it might be about 5 centimeters thick or 6 centimeters thick. I don't know. Don't quote me on it yet, because I've only just started. I think I've done 4 rounds. Try it again. 4 rows. It's going to be made in rows, and it's going to go all the way around. It's not a surprise. I don't mind telling you. And then buttoned at the back. And you can do it as long as you want when you get around to buttoning it up. Okay. So the list is endless to how big you want yours. The average neck size, I don't know what it is in inches, but in centimeters is about 40.4 centimeters or something like that. So I don't know what that is in inches. Someone, Dr. Google, 40 centimeters, 40.4 centimeters or 40.2 centimeters, something like that. I'm making mine in a 40 centimeter piece, but I'm going to tell you guys, if you want more, just do a couple of rows of the green or continuing doing the pattern that you see. Once you see the pattern, you'll understand what I mean. So it's no secret. It is definitely going to be a choker chain because I've decided to do the bag with the fancy handle, the red handle and the green handle for Mother's Day. So these handles here. Now, for those of you on already, you've probably seen these handles, but I'll show you again. These type of handles, that one or that one. I was going to do this for St. Patrick's Day, but then I thought, you know what, let's try the choker chain this year. I've got so many of these, maybe we can use it next year for St. Paddy's Day. And there you go. All right, so that's pretty much what's happening. We're doing a choker chain for St. Patrick's Day, and then we will be doing the jacket on Friday, or vice versa. Jacket first and then choker chain. But it'll all be done before Friday. And I forgot that I sprang forward, so I was thinking the time where we were getting in on for anyways 11 p.m. Okay. Oh, Green Butterfly says 3:37 p.m. and water time. Thank you. I will do that. Here, what time is it here? It's 4:42 p.m. Cheers, everyone. All right. So it was a busy week for me. So this week and next week will probably be a busy week for those of you who are following our tutorials and making the jacket, the blanket. What's the other thing? The choker chain, the Live Antics projects. Now, I've been thinking, Catherine, if you're still on, the idea of making shapes and things for the shirt. I'm changing it to something else. We're still popping the little pieces on the shirt, but they're not shapes. They're something else. I'm going to keep that a surprise. There's something else completely. A friend of mine gave me that idea, so I'm going to listen to her and do it. She said, why don't you make these? You've not done these before. I said, oh, would you look at that? I haven't. So, yeah, I'm going to make what she said. That's all. That's all I want to say about that. That's fine, says Catherine. That's fine. It's still coming up, and it'll come up on Tuesday. I think we said, mentioned Tuesday, right? Yeah. So it will happen on Tuesday. Tuesday. Every time I think of Tuesday, I try to do this. I don't know if I ever told you that story. My daughter, when she was little, we were trying to teach her how to say Tuesday. And she would say Tuesday, Tuesday, yeah? And she was little, you know, that's what you do. So we went Tuesday. So she went Tuesday. So every time she talked about Tuesday, Mum, yep, it's Tuesday today. Tuesday. She doesn't do it now, though. But as a child, it was cute. I love kids when they say things like that. Some of the words that come out of their mouth, they're so innocent, aren't they? All right, I'm not. I mean, yes, I am. Just saying, we knew. We knew you weren't innocent. All right, so that's the excitement we're having this week. I think we've had a very exciting 2 weeks here with all the blankets and jackets and things. And the jacket is now something that will only happen once a month. So get ready for that, guys. When I say only, it's a pretty big thing for that month. It'll be the pretty big, important thing for that month on top of whatever else we're doing. So if we want to get right back to where we're going now, we are going for St. Patrick's Day, Easter, and Mother's Day. And then all the little bibs and bobs in between, yeah, which is the live antics and whatever small projects I can think up in between doing our large projects. Now, someone said to me, how come you do all these little things in between? Aren't you wasting your time to get, you know, wouldn't you rather get the jacket out or wouldn't you rather get this out? Someone did say that to me recently and I said, yes, but I can't go from creating a quarter of a blanket to the end of the blanket overnight because that's just not happening. So what I do is I create something small on the channel to keep you guys entertained, or if anybody else is looking for that particular item, they've got something they can work on until the next part of the blanket, jacket, whatever else there is coming through. Gotta go, guys. Yvonne says, I'll see you all on Saturday. We will be here Saturday. And Live Antics is happening this Saturday. Get excited. We will see you soon, hon. So, so someone asked me why I do that, and it's just to keep you guys entertained while I finish a blanket. And it's usually very small items anyways, but this is where we're going. St. Paddy's, Easter, Mother's Day, and then obviously the jacket. Let's try that again. Obviously the vest. Everything else in between, yeah. Space KC. Oh, hi, Space. How are you? Are you new to our channel to 1146? They're in Canada. So is Manitoba not close to you because it's different time according to Middle, and Middle is from Manitoba. Space, so that's interesting. Love your personality. Have a wonderful day, by the way. Oh, thanks, Space. Lovely to have you here. You obviously look new on our channel, and it's lovely to have you. You might have been watching us a long time, but are new on our live. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We do have a lot of fun. We're a little bit silly. Not me. I'm a good girl. It's all of them. Yes, I've been doing your kaleidoscope blanket. I'm in Alberta. Well, very lovely to have you here, Space. We all have a different time. We all have time change, but some are an hour or two behind. Okay, I gotcha. It's like here in Australia. Everybody thinks we're all the same time. Australia's a very big place, right? You've got Melbourne, which is the time we're in. In fact, I think Green Butterfly is from another state, and she's got a different time than us. Fluffy Kitten's from another state. She's got a different time than us. So lots of people all have different times. I am screaming with you with joy. Oh, yay. It was so lovely to have you here, Space. We like having joy here too. We like a lot of fun and laughing because you know what? At the end of the day, life can be so difficult and so tiresome sometimes that sometimes we just need a break. And so we have a little bit of a giggle. We have the naughty corner here where all the naughty people go to when they're really naughty, but they're good naughty. It's not bad naughty. It's a good thing. Mary, you look beautiful. May I ask what shade of blush you are wearing? I don't know where it is. Where did I put it? It is a Revlon one. I always wear this one. It might just be that I've got a bit of rosy cheeks today from being flustered. Oh, what is it? I'm trying to find what I did with the makeup. It's supposed to be on my shelf here, but the shelf is over there. Oh, that's where it is. Just wait there and I'll go and get it. It's so funny. Oh, well, here we go. Let's check it out. So we're going to check out the makeup I use. This is not a makeup channel, but we'll check it out anyway. I'll show you the new one because I just bought a new one because the other one looks like this. The other one looks like that, right? And the new one, it's called Naughty Nude. It's a number 900 and it's a blush by Revlon. Revlon. I love Revlon. When I did a receptionist course years ago in the city, this was when I was, I don't know, 19, 17. I can't remember. I was very young. And I did a receptionist course and they got me on to Revlon. And apparently at the time, Revlon was the only thing I could use on my skin as well. So I was using the Revlon skincare when I was young. Not so much now. I only use a skincare that's really easy now. Eyeliner is also a Revlon. It's called Color Stay. And I think it's called Charcoal. No, it's called, I'll tell you in a minute. Black Onyx, maybe? I don't know. Oh, it doesn't say. But it's a Revlon brand. Color Stay. Black. She's doing a whole show. This is the old brush that I used to put my blush on. And it's actually all the blush bristles are coming out. And I use a mascara from L'Oreal. Isn't that interesting? And it's a double-sided mascara. One is a conditioning white, and then one is the black. And it looks something like that. Ooh. Oh, is that a scary picture? Looks like a scary picture, but it's not. Because one side is white and one side is black. I can't get it. I can't show you the information. It's really hard to see. But that's the mascara I use. And usually I use this lipstick, which is called Rum Raisin by Revlon. But I haven't been putting it on. It's a 535. I haven't been putting it on. You can tell. Look how new that is. Ooh, that's the one I usually use. Yeah. You're having a makeup look session here. And then I've got these blushes, also from Revlon. I really do like my Revlon. So, not blushes. Let's try eyeshadows. One is Cream Eyeshadow 740, Cream Eyeshadow 755. I've got more somewhere else, but these are the ones I like to use the most. Oh, no, I do use the beiges and the brown. They're in the other room. That's why they're not here. I use something like this, which is Photo Steady, Revlon. This is the brush I used to put my eyeshadow on. What else? Oh, I do have a foundation cream somewhere, which I believe is also Revlon, and the foundation powder that looks like that and has the little doodah like that, and you put it there. Now, I can't do it today because I haven't got the creams on yet. Okay, you got my makeup lesson? But what I put on, let me show you what I put on every live. That is what you see every live. Eyeliner, mascara, and blush. When I tell you I do a full makeover, that's the creams, the foundations, the powders, the eyeshadows. It takes forever. But I will be doing that soon, just for fun. Occasionally I do it. I do it when we do Halloween. And I better remember that it's there and not over there. The other day I was running around going crazy looking for that. And it was where? It was on the table, this table, which it shouldn't have been here. So there you go. Is that too much information for you? You got a makeup lesson from me. Okay, so I've lost all the chat, as you do. Kaleidoscope blanket. I love the kaleidoscope blanket, one of my favorites. Space. We have the time change. Yes, you're screaming joy. Oh, I said all that, haven't I? Mary, we've done that already. I have a new name for my corner. Okay, that's a new name for your corner. I'll check that out when I get a chance to watch your live back, because I'll tell you why. I didn't make you live. I'll tell you in a minute. Yes, I've been going through heartbreak, and the blanket making has helped me keep my sanity. And that's why we do it, Space. That is why we do what we do. Thank you. I'm off to Chemist Warehouse. Oh, you're so cute, Fluffy. Oh. I can't even do a makeup session with you, and I'll tell you why. I am so bad at putting makeup on. And in the end, I'm wiping half this stuff off. Believe it or not, I start it and my eyeliner ends up all the way over here. Some ends up down below. Some ends up on top. I make a mess and I'm forever cleaning it just before the live. I'm just a clumsy person, right? It's just clumsy. So there you go. So I will never do a makeup session live. Sorry. Why would you want me to? I'm not a makeup artist. It's like I'm not a singer, but I still do the happy birthday song. Or I should call it the Marilyn Monroe moment. I sing happy birthday to whoever's having a birthday that week, or whoever's having a birthday that day, or the next day, or the day before our live. I will sing. If you tell me it's your birthday, I will sing happy birthday to you. But you have to be truthful. You can't just say it's my birthday for the sake of hearing me sing badly. I'm not a singer. I'm a crocheter. I can't sing. So there you go. So that's my makeover. Have you got all that information, guys? Head off to all the chemists and buy all your makeup and color your hair and make it fluffy and get a little bit of regrowth happening. You know what's funny? When I was straightening my hair all those years, I was pulling the hair out from the roots. And since I haven't been straightening, you can see this little tiny regrowth happening right there. Can you believe it, right? Anyway, first, world problems. Where can I send photos of the blanket so you can see when I am done? You can send it to Crochet Designs on Instagram. Let's try that again. On Instagram, private message, or Facebook, private message. Both on Crochet Designs. Look for that little green circle. That's going to change very soon. But here on YouTube, we've got the green circle. If I can get a chance to change this one, then I will change all of them exactly the same. I want to put something that looks like crochet instead of just having the green circle. Notice how the green circle is the size of my eye? Because that's how small that little... We did that. My daughter and I did that together. We just kind of played with it and thought, we'll leave it there. That's it. And we didn't do anything else about it. We didn't add any colours to it. We didn't put some crochet in the background. We just left it there and we haven't touched it since. So there you go. So either one of those places, private message me. I will get the picture and I will upload it on my page, because in the old days, you used to be able to upload the pictures on my business page on Facebook. I can't do that anymore. You guys can't do that anymore. Facebook has stopped that. So I will take that picture and I will upload it saying so-and-so made this blanket, so-and-so made this blanket, and it'll go up. So if you've got something, jacket, blanket, pillow, that is our pattern only. Won't be uploading anybody else's. That is our pattern. I don't take other people's patterns, so just be wary on that one. Someone sent me a message today. The person knows who they are. And they sent me a picture of a pattern. And they said, can you create this? Now, I won't create anyone else's pattern unless it's the actual designer themselves saying, Mary, I'm the designer of this pattern. And here's my picture in the book, or here's my picture wherever I've got it. Can you please do a tutorial on here for me? I will do that for a designer. The designer wants me to do it, but she has to be a professional designer and it has to be her design and nobody else's. So I have to see copyrights. I have to see all that jazz before I can do anything. Yeah. I can't do a tutorial on someone else's pattern. I can do a tutorial like kaleidoscope blanket. I'm trying to think of all the blankets I've done now. I've done so many. On other blankets that have already been created on YouTube, because they're everywhere. Granny square, anybody can make a granny square. The sunflower square, anyone can make that sunburst square if you will. I can do tutorials on that. I can also do tutorials on my own designs that I create, and you can see me do tutorials on that. You won't see all of my designs on YouTube. Most of them will start going up on my website, on Ravelry, on Etsy, and they will be paid patterns. So you'll never see those ones on the channel. But you, as YouTubers, because YouTube is my first point of call, will get that first information. And then whether you purchase it or not is up to you. Whether you hang around for some of them, that may be tutorials on the channel, not all of them, maybe 1 or 2 of them out of the next 5 or 6 patterns going up on the website soon. Maybe 1 or 2 of them might be on our channel, but most of them won't. These are all patterns that have been sitting in my pattern diary area, if you will, that I've never uploaded, but it's time to upload, yeah? All right, Revlon, right? Some of them are everything's Revlon except the mascara, which is L'Oreal. L'Oreal. Revlon and L'Oreal. They're both getting published right now, or publicized right now. And I'm not getting promoted for it. That's sad. But I do use Revlon a lot because at the time, in my, 17, 19, however old I was, that was the only thing I could use on my skincare. Let me talk about that on my skin. When I did that course, the girls that I did the course with were not that friendly and they were not that nice. And I remember, because I was never one to wear makeup. I never did when I was younger. And when I put makeup on, it was terrible. When I did my nails for the first time in that course, that was terrible. Those girls were so nasty. Oh, look at the way she's done her eyeliner. She can't even do nail polish. They were so nasty, right? And I just let them talk. I thought, you know what? Let them talk, let them talk. Now, I had a class of 31 girls. My class had 31 girls all doing the receptionist course. When they had in the course, there was part of that course, you had to do a little bit of deportment, which meant walking, sitting, standing, and how you do all that in public. And I did that perfectly. I was so excited. Nobody else could do it. I was so excited without being, nasty. I just did what I had to do. I just did whatever I needed to do to get through that course. When at the end of the course, some of the businesses in the city would go to the reception, would go to that center and ask them, do you have a junior that you think excelled through the course? 2 juniors were the only 2 that went through. I was one of them. I wonder if they're still laughing at me after that. How nasty were they? Well, it's 1 a.m. here. I have to get up early, so have a good night. We will see you soon, Middle. The reason I haven't had a chance to look at your live was because I went to a bridal shower that day. So I never got an opportunity to watch that live. And I will go back and have that in the background somewhere. Excuse me, I'll have a drink and I'll watch it when I get a chance. But on the Sunday, I was at a bridal shower. So cute. Oh, don't you love them? They're so precious. Cheers. We'll see you soon, Middle. We'll see you very soon. All right, so there you go. A little bit of trivia about me in the receptionist course. They were nasty, but I was the one that got the job along with another young girl who was also a very quiet girl and did her thing. That's okay, Mary. We'll catch you later. Catch you then, and we'll probably get a chance to watch your live this Sunday. I think nothing's happening on Sunday, which is a good thing. I hope nothing's happening. No, I'm pretty sure nothing's happening. Well, not Sunday morning anyway. All right, so that's yeah, take care, Middle. We'll see you soon, honey. So I don't know why I got so sidetracked. I started talking about the receptionist course. Now, the lady running the receptionist course, let's promote her. If she's still around, I don't know. I don't know if she's still around. Susan Johnson, receptionist course. She was a model. She was Miss Australia in 1967. It was like 100 years ago, yeah? I don't know if she's still there doing the receptionist course. I don't know. But she was lovely. Good night, Middle, and all. Also going to bed. Will you have a good sleep space? We'll see you soon. Don't forget, if you need to send me a picture, you can via private message Facebook or private message Instagram, whichever suits you. Good, you showed them up, love. I know, right, Fluffy? But I never said, told you so, nothing. I just went along my merry way, did my thing, and let those girls just do what they usually do, because they're not going to go anywhere doing that. You don't get through life doing that. Eventually, someone bigger and better than you will do that, and they'll talk you down and you'll be upset. So why do it? Ah, you're welcome, Space. We'll see you soon. Water time says green. Water time. Cheers. Nice to see new crocheters on our live. Nice to see our regulars on our live. And nice to see some of our real oldies on the live. That I think I classify as the oldest one on the live. Unless someone's been here since the first live I've done. I know there's a couple of people that do come on that say, I was there on your first live. You were so nervous. What? I was only nervous because I didn't know how to work social media at that time. Was new to me. For me, what wasn't new was crochet. I've been doing crochet since I was last week, right? Last week. I meant 20,000 years ago, right? If I had to calculate the years, let's see. Oh my gosh, I couldn't tell you. What am I now? Oh my gosh, we're looking at about 50. 29! Oh, she's almost giving some age away there. Looking almost 50. Yeah. That is so sad. That is so sad. 29 years. I've been doing it for 20 years. Because I started, I'm not going to say when. It was a long time ago. Oh my gosh. I look back at those days and I think, what did I know at that age? At 9? At 7? What did I know in those days? I didn't know anything in those days. I was pretty backward. And some things never change. You know, with social media, I have grown with social media. And I get to the stage where I think, that's it, I'm done. I can't learn anymore. There's not enough room in this brain to learn any more new stuff. Social media, stop getting new. Just stay like this for about 10 more years. When I turn 29, you can do whatever you like. Oh, it's just all over the place, guys. So that's hilarious. So there you go. So the lovely lady Susan Johnson was Miss Australia in 1967, and after she became Miss Australia, she did other things, and then she started running that school. I'm wondering if the Susan Johnson Receptionist School is still in the city. I'm wondering. I've never even looked it up, but I did that course. Just a few years back now. I think I was 17 or 19 or one or the other. Is it me or did you freeze? Did I freeze? Did I? Oh. Is anyone out there that says I've frozen? Frozen? I'm frozen. I know the heat's moved from Melbourne a little bit, but I'm not that cold. Did I freeze? It's probably likely I did. We've had connection issues. Like I said, on this particular item I'm using now, this camera, it literally wasn't working. It kept saying, you have no connection, you have no connection. So it's not the first time. It's been playing up today. So if you had connection issues, it did freeze, did it? Is it still frozen? Are we getting connect? Oh, I can see it. It's going slowly. Whee! We're spinning out now. Okay. Nope, good here. Luana's good. I can see it freezing a little bit. So where you are from, Luana, not here in Melbourne. There you go. Australia. So maybe Australia's freezing. Heat wave in Australia has made everything freeze. Freeze. Froze. Freeze. Let it go. Let it go. I'll have to go. My screen's frozen. Take care. Oh, yours is really gone. Is it Fluffy? Oh, honey, we'll see you soon, darling. Maybe that's why we don't have a lot of people on. It's getting darker, is it? Oh, New Zealand, yes. Here in Australia, it seems to be an issue because Fluffs is from Australia. Send some cold weather over here, says Catherine. So obviously you're not frozen where you are, but a lot of people the screen is freezing. Shall we call it a day? Shall I quit for the day? Shall I head off? Well, look, oh, you're not frozen there. Well, that's interesting, where a lot of people are freezing. But what I will do, just real quickly once again, let you know, St. Paddy's Day and the jacket will be the next two projects that you see come up on the channel. No, it's all good there, Luana. Thank you. And then next week, you'll get the Live Antics project that Catherine chose the colors for. You'll get, what did I say was happening next week? I'll have a look. I'll have a look again later. Look, that might change on Saturday anyway, but definitely the Live Antics projects will be happening on Tuesday. The project, not projects. The Live Antics project will happen on Tuesday. All right. So I think I might call it a day, guys. It seems to be we were having issues with connection even before the live. We've been having a lot of connection issues the past few weeks now here in Melbourne. I don't know what it is in our local area. Maybe they're working on lines. Who knows? Maybe it's the weather. I don't know. But there you go. All right. I think I might call it a day, guys. Just keep your eyes peeled for St. Patrick's Day project. Keep your eyes peeled for part 2 of the jacket with all the new information on how much yarn you will need for your size. That's it. Next week, we'll worry about that on Saturday morning. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Share the love, guys, because that's what we're here for, to share social media. You share to your social media and everybody's happy. Thank you for joining us. Ciao for now. Try to be good. Bye.